Thank you, Catherine, and hello everyone. My name is Julie White, and I'm here today on behalf of the Old Labour Trust to present to you the safefood Transform Your Trolley with digital delivery. So during today's PowerPoint, I will just review what Transform Your Trolley is, our aim for the programme, our delivery approach during the programme, the challenges and achievements that we faced and recognised through our delivery, and finally key take-home messages. And at the end, I will be happy to answer any questions you may all have. So firstly, a small background on Transform Your Trolley. This campaign and programme was a safefood initiative, and with safefood and the Healthy Living Centre Alliance in Northern Ireland, we teamed up together to support families with healthier, balanced food shops. As a leading partner, the Old Labour Trust was just one of 13 Healthy Living Centres involved in the online campaign and digital delivery. Transform Your Trolley programmes aim to promote key health messages that can create realistic change for families. So with our delivery of Transform Your Trolley, our aim was to deliver a 6-week online nutritional programme that promotes key strategies with a focus on improving families' ability to shop for healthier, balanced lifestyles. How we aimed to achieve this was to educate our participants on a range of insightful and helpful nutritional information, alongside strategies which families can use to create that change. In educating, we encouraged everyone on the programme that they have the ability and the capability to improve how they view, shop, cook, and eat their food. Providing support through the course, this included support between sessions to ensure participants feel connected so that they can engage more freely to receive the correct support. Sharing content and resources. We were very fortunate that we had a vast amount of resources to provide our participants with, both digitally and physically, paper-based and video-based resources. And through this, in educating, encouraging, supporting and sharing throughout our programme, we aim to create that change. Over the next few slides, I will review the delivery approach, how we recruited for the programme, our programme content, and the impact of resources and what we found in our pre and post data. Like it's been for most, COVID-19 has been an impact to all of us, so we needed to recruit online for our programmes, and that our delivery would also have to be online and digitally based. So in deciding who would best benefit from our programme and our content we wish to deliver, we targeted parents that have children aged 5 to 11 years old. With many years delivery on the Sweet project, our understanding of the needs within this group would help best to support them on their journey of change. Our method of recruitment was carried out heavily through our social media channels to great success. We also shared our program with local referral agents and partnered organisations who could refer any family or parent who would benefit from the programme. We also have participants that self-referred, whether it was through seeing our social media advertisements or through our website self-referral options. With recruitment, we changed all our registration forms, surveys, all to digital and online platforms to give them access to all participants. So our programme content. For Transform Your Trolley, each Healthy Living Centre involved had to have staff trained in one of a key nutritional programme that is run across each trust there by our health improvement teams. For the base of our delivery, we used the nutritional information contained within the Food Values course. We aim to focus on a new topic each week that had a key health message that families could and individuals to help get them thinking around their habits when it comes to food shopping, cooking and eating their food, and including ways in which they can put new strategies in place to create change into day-to-day living. On week 1, we focused on the Eat Well Guide. The Eat Well Guide is a basis of understanding and it shows what it means to have a diet that is well balanced and how that can be achieved. Our second week, we focused on meal planning. This was a focus on encouraging and working with families to see the practical and impactful ways that planning meals can help with improving how we shop and what we shop for. On the third week, we looked at food labeling, breaking down the key aspects of what a food product tells us, showing participants how knowing what the information to look out for can empower them to make better decisions, whether it's cost, quality, or better nutritional awareness. Participants will have confidence to try new and different products and brands. And lastly, our last nutritional session is to focus on how to be savvy shoppers. This session highlights how supermarkets can lure us as shoppers to buy more food than we need or to buy more products that aren't nutritionally dense in quality, and that can lead to unhealthier meals and food choices. And our final 2 sessions were cooking demos that were hosted via Zoom that families and participants could follow along with. Within each week, we linked each session to the 12 steps of the Transform Your Trolley campaign. Our programme setup Within our programme, to ensure we created a social engagement and supportive environment with all our participants, we carry out weekly check-ins and follow-ups via phone calls and emails. We set up a WhatsApp group for parents and families to share stories, pictures, videos, and messages on what they achieved that week. As the majority of our participants were on Facebook, we created a private Facebook group that we posted recipes, resources, links, and video topics that were discussed each week. People could catch up on if they missed anything. Having these 3 support systems in place helped our participants feel more open to share their thoughts, challenges, and achievements throughout the programme. A big part of our programme was the resources that we received and that each participant got a huge resource bag. There's nothing better than getting a free goodie bag, and it shows to be a very powerful tool in our programme. Within the resources, the participants received a 101 square meal recipe book. This was a key resource that was referred to each week, with the participants being set new recipes that they could create for home and tied on well each week with a topic of nutrition. We also provided them with a poster of the Eat Well guide so that they could have a visual representation to fall back on in terms of basing each meal in each shop around having that balanced diet. We also provided portion size plates for toddlers and for adults so the parents could have a visual representation of how to portion size their food and their meals out for their families. We also provided them with a traffic light system, which again referred to our food label topic, which again showed parents how to look out for the key information within their food label and when they're shopping. Again, we give them a poster on key nutritional information. The poster here shows the sugar content within breakfast cereals, which is usually a family favourite for young children and families. And we also give them cooking utensils, which tied on well with the recipe books, as we wanted to give the parents and the family the best start to having the ability to recreate recipes within the 101 square meals. Items within the packs were incorporated into every session and were referred to so parents knew what to go back to. And this is a slide just to show a couple of pictures of what the families we created each week and the improved shop that they were able to achieve through the programme. And over the next few slides, we're just going to look at the data analysis that we achieved. So as you can see on the slide, the orange is pre-data collection and the purple is post-data collection. So during the programme, our main aim was to encourage and change how people shopped and improving their behaviours around the shop. So one of the questions we asked in our surveys was when have they ever wrote a shopping list? So from our pre-data, we can see that the majority of the answers started from sometimes, rarely, and never. And after the programme, we can see that the parents involved in the shopping changed their behaviour from sometimes, most of the time, and every time they shopped to creating that shopping list habit. And this coincided with trying to reduce waste and promote a more healthier shop. The second thing was, do they check their nutritional labels and the content within the food shops? Again, pre-programme, the majority of our answers were rarely and never. And with the help and the support of the programme, we've seen the post-programme, that major change went to most of the time. Again, because the programme was a 6-week programme, it may not have been every time they shop, but most of the time is a key significant change within their behaviour. And lastly, this was just to see how behaviour changed in terms of their consumption of healthy food. So we asked families how often would they consume fruit and veg. Now we have along the bottom from 1 portion right through to 5 or more, and we can see the majority of participants only ate 2 portions pre-programme, and at the end we've seen a shift towards 4 portions or 5 or more portions at the end of the project, which is a huge change in terms of daily life and habit change around nutrition. Again, just some feedback that we have is that 100% of participants felt that the programme had changed the way they plan and shop for the future. 100% of the participants fed back that they feel that the programme changed the way they and their family will eat in the future. And 85% said that the programme was very helpful in terms of their nutrition learning. So our challenges, digital delivery. So getting online, I think that was a key challenge for everybody, getting connected and getting on Zoom. So most of our families had never been on Zoom, and it was a key requirement to the programme. So again, we set up daily phone calls and reassurance ways and instruction manuals on how to connect to the Zoom and how to get online with ourselves. Again, online data collection was a key challenge in getting online. So recreating all our forms online and having a database that we could correlate all the data for post and pre-post evaluation. And adapting our content. So our food values content was meant for physical delivery, but due to COVID, we've had to adapt all that content. So being able to change the structure of how we deliver through PowerPoint, providing resources outside of the centre, and giving our participants the best information through social media channels. And participant retention, so ensuring that our engagement and our programme was as supportive as they could, so participants felt that they can continue to engage once they signed up. And our achievements. So a positive engagement was a huge achievement for the project, with over 20 families engaging in the content and having valuable and engaging participants throughout the programme. As we could see from the data and individual feedback, we've shown that habits have been established towards food and shopping habits. We even have one family that's taken on board meal planning, and they have a weekly setup that each child in the family chooses a day that they can recreate a meal. And one of the bigger things that have come from the programme is our funding. So following the success of the Transform Your Trolley with safefood, the Healthy Living Centre Alliance has received further funding to deliver another Transform Your Trolley, which is currently being rolled out across Northern Ireland at the moment. The key takeaway home messages. So planning is key to the success of the programme, and being able to adapt our content with our participants has been key. Interactive and practical content has proved to be vital for our parents and for our families due to the nature of COVID and being in lockdown throughout November. Having that engagement and that interactive service has been vital for our parents to engage with. Having physical and practical resources help strengthen messages. So whilst it's great to be with families being engaging during the session with you, it's great to have something to recall once they leave the session that they can take home and use to reinforce the message at home. Flexible and delivery approach and schedule. So we felt that usually when we run a physical programme, it's usually one day a week at a certain time, but because of COVID and being online, we were able to run 2 sessions a week at different time slots, one in the morning and the evening, to provide the parents the more flexible approach, depending on homeschooling or working from home, they can tune in and engage with each week. And adding a social aspect to the group meant that we could engage in more additional support. So whether it was just having a social engagement around meals being prepped and food cooking, or the challenges around understanding the content being delivered, we created that aspect through social media. And just to leave you on a food for thought, I feel and I've seen that if we empower people with the knowledge, skills and the resources, that they can transform, whether it be through their shop or their behaviours, the possibility is there. So I'd just like to say thank you to safefood, the Healthy Living Centre Alliance, and for all you for taking your time to listen to on the PowerPoint.